Gentlemen, there is a certain stage in life when you go from a boy to a man. And before, I thought it was like just an age thing. I thought, when you're old enough, you're a man. Like when people call you sir, you're just kind of old enough to be called that now. Until very recently, I discovered otherwise. And I say that because I myself have become a man very recently, and I'm 19. So age-wise, it kind of makes sense when you're 18. Okay, 18, now you're a man because you're an adult because you're 18. But I've truly become a man very recently. And there are a couple changes that happened that really stood out to me on how that change came about. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Kathan. I'm a man on a mission to helping young men become more biblically, excuse me, let's try that again, biblically masculine. That word is really hard to say. Try to say it 3 times in a row. Really, it's actually quite a difficult one. It sounds a lot easier to say than it is, biblically. Anyway, I did it. Anyway, so today's topic is going from a boy to a man, and I very recently discovered this because I'm confident now that I am a man. Once I explain through the things that really turns a boy to a man. And I think the most important thing is becoming selfless. If you do everything for yourself, you are still a boy. If you don't believe in God, if you don't do anything for God, if you don't work on anything else that helps any others, and you don't actively help others outside of expecting just to get attention back, then you are still a boy. And I know this because I used to be this. And I've been almost both extremes. I was the needy kid who was a very immature boy. And now I've almost flipped on my head where now the stage I'm in now is I do everything for the Lord, because I've realized it's so pointless to live in a way that glorifies myself. Like, why would I do that? And I feel like becoming a man is realizing that yourself always comes second. Here's another big sign that you're really becoming a man, is when God puts people in your life that need help for you to help, and you help them. I realized this because almost my whole life before, I didn't have this. God didn't place anyone in my life that really needed help. He placed people in my life that would help build me up, and people that would help me because I'm the one who needed help. And I've gotten to the stage this year where that's flipped around, and now I was thinking about this earlier today, and hence I made this video. I've had 3 people in my life that genuinely need help that have come into my life very recently as I've improved a lot. And I've seen almost a direct correlation to my this year's spiritual growth and general improvement, that as I've grown spiritually, I've gone from needing help from everyone to helping people more than needing help. Because once I've realized that I'm useless without Jesus, I'm useless without the Holy Spirit, I need the Lord in my life, and I need the Lord, then my life became focused on the Lord, and I don't need other people, I need Jesus in my life. And once I realized that, it changed me a lot. And that came in the realization of reading the Bible a lot, because I knew I needed to do it. And so this year I started reading 4 chapters a day. I feel like over time it just sort of changed me. I made a video on that. Hopefully I'll remember to put it in the description or on the card over there, or I don't know. But once I grew spiritually and I didn't need help from other people, I needed help from Jesus, I needed help from the Lord, I needed help from the Holy Spirit, then that matured me in a way that I can help people, because the Holy Spirit is using me to help other people, where before I wasn't usable. And when I grew spiritually, I grew in a way that the Holy Spirit made me usable. And now I've become a man and I am usable for the Holy Spirit to use me and work through me to help others. And so my point being is, when you're a boy, you're not usable for the Holy Spirit. You're not usable for God. God doesn't use you yet. And when you become a man is when God starts to use you, because you've matured. Let God use you, truly. Give up your life for the Lord and you will become so mature. I didn't realize how good my life would become giving my life for Jesus and living to glorify God. I didn't realize how good it would be until I did it. And so I recommend, if you're a boy behind the screen and you want to become a man, give your life to Christ. Go to a church. When they ask at the end of worship or during worship, whatever, and they said, anyone who wants to give their life to Jesus, put your hand up or come to the front, then do it. Because I'm telling you, it's really worth it. And it's the most fulfilling thing you can do. And so I've become a man because I've surrendered my life to the Lord. Doing things for myself is something a boy would do. And I've realized that now that I've stopped doing that. Not before. I didn't do it because I was like, okay, I want to be a man, so let me just change my life around. No, I changed my life around, and then I realized, okay, this is what it means to be a man. To live for God and do His will and to help others and to be selfless and to be able to help others no matter what you're going through. If you're going through some struggles and you can still genuinely really help someone and you selflessly help someone even though you don't have much joy in your life, that is a big sign of being a man. That's what I wanted to cover about being a man. I'm sure there are a few things I missed, but the highlight of this video was supposed to be being responsible for helping other people and living for God, and being able to help others regardless of what position you are in life. And helping someone doesn't just mean giving them money. Helping them means guiding them spiritually, helping them emotionally, and if they're going through a bad point in life, being able to help them get out of it. I hope this struck you in some way. I'll put up a video over here. I'm sure this might help you in some way, shape, or form. Now, put a YouTube away and go become a man. Peace.